I am very, very excited to be able to introduce our first speaker. I had the pleasure of being a reviewer for her book, and that's actually how I got to know her, through her book. And I know she's going to be sharing more about it. I won't share too much about it, but I just wanted to share the impact that her book had on me. It was just amazing. It's a powerful, powerful story. Sometimes you meet people, and even in our own life, we get stuck. And we feel, well, I can't go any further because I experienced X, Y, Z. But Adrienne is such a great example of how we can overcome our challenges. And so it's just such a pleasure to introduce her. And I just want to say that Dr. Adrienne, see, it sticks. She is the owner and founder of Aspire to Inspire Transformational Practice, LLC. And its mission is to empower women around the globe to aspire to their inherent greatness. And really, in a nutshell, and you'd really catch this after reading her book, she really, at the very bottom core of the work she does, is a confidence coach. So please welcome to the stage, Adrienne Chofor.
How's everybody doing today? All right, you fed, you're hydrated, you're using those senses, huh? How many senses do we have? Anyone? Well, I'm hearing 5, 6, more or less, 17. Let me ask you something. Think about the senses that you have. If you had to give up one, let me finish the question. If you had to give up one, which one would it be? The 18th sense. Do you know that most people said the one sense that they do not or would not give up is vision? If they had to give up one sense voluntarily, that is the last one they would give up. Because sight is so important, isn't it? Now, I thought about that. I was like, I don't think I want to be blind, so what would I give up? But think about something else. You have your physical sight. But let me ask you about your vision. When we think about nature and we think about vision, so let's just think about other living creatures and vision. One animal that comes to mind is the eagle. Well, why? Why does this beautiful, majestic bird come to mind when people think about vision? Perhaps it's because the eagle can see 4 to 5 times further than a man, than a human person. They can see a rabbit running from a mile up in the sky, in the atmosphere. They can look down and see a rabbit and swoop down. Now that's some vision, huh? Well, what about us? How far are we seeing? How far do we look out? Are we using our gift of imagination and thinking about what we want to make it happen, to manifest itself? That's our vision. But I'm going to take us back to that eagle, because I have a story I want to share with you about the eagle. There was this man, and he had a friend that had moved out into the country. So he decided he was going to go visit his friend in the country. And you know, us urban people, It took a lot to get out to the country, but he decided he wanted to go see his friend. So he goes out there, and they're happy to see each other, and they sit back and they reminisce about the good times. He looks out of the corner of his eye, his peripheral vision, and he sees some chickens and an eagle. He said, "Excuse me, man. What's going on right over here?" There's an eagle. There's an eagle right here with your chickens. His friend's like, "Ha ha! No. That's my chicken. That's my favorite chicken, to be exact. I gotta tell you about my favorite chicken." He says, "No, wait. That's an eagle. That's not a chicken." No. That's my favorite chicken. That's a chicken right there that you see. I know what I see. That's an eagle. He says, "Let me tell you, I've had that bird since it was a few days old. I raised it like a chicken. It's just like a chicken. You don't believe me?" He picks up a few kernels of corn, gives it to the chickens. And who was the first one to swoop up on it? The eagle, thinking it was, in fact, a chicken. Now the guy's upset. What did you do? What did you do to this bird? I'm going to show you it's really an eagle. So he swoops up the bird and he takes it up into the mountains. And they go a little bit of a distance, and he throws the bird in the air, and the bird falls right down. I told you, it's a chicken. No, it's an eagle. He swoops up the bird again. He takes it to a higher elevation. He raises the bird in the air. He tosses it out. What do you think happened? The bird extended its wings just a little bit. Boom! It fell. The guy says, "I'm trying to stop hurting my bird. I like my chicken. Stop hurting it." Now his guy is enraged. This is an eagle. An eagle can only be an eagle. They go up to the top of the mountain. He takes the bird. He throws it in the air. Now at this point, if this bird falls, what does that mean? Death. Somewhere along the fall, the bird extended its wings, and it started to move it up and down, and it started to fly. And then it started to gain momentum, and it went faster and higher and soared over the mountains. And what did that guy say to his friend? "I told you it was an eagle." Here's the thing. With our vision, like that eagle, if we're around chickens, what happens? Are we soaring like eagles? Are we walking like chickens? Do we only see what's around us? The eagle didn't even know it was an eagle because it had believed that it was a chicken like the rest. Matter of fact, it overcompensated just so it could fit in with the other chickens. So who are you surrounding yourself with when you think about your vision? If you want to soar, are you with people who are so grounded that they cannot see far ahead of them? They don't have a vision at all. Think about your associates. Think about the people that you surround yourself with. Matter of fact, are you overcompensating because you don't want them to feel like you're too big for your britches now, or you're trying to outdo them? Who do you think you are? So when you're trying to soar, what's holding you back? Or you can be like the eagle that thought it was a chicken. So think about how you envision yourself. I had to think about that for some time, because when I thought about myself, I didn't think about myself as soaring or being like an eagle or reaching great heights. I didn't even think it was possible. Here I am, this tall, lanky brown girl that grew up brutalized. I got a beating every single day. Every single day. I didn't say a spanking. I didn't say a smack or a slap. I got beaten with a paddle ball board every day. My only escape was sleep. You would have thought I had narcolepsy, because I sit down somewhere. What's wrong with her? So that added to the label. She must be lazy too. See, I told you she's slow. I told you she's dumb. I told you. But I was either getting beaten or waiting to get beat. So my idea of soaring was not I did not envision myself as an eagle. I saw myself as a child that had gotten beaten, as a survivor of homelessness, a teenager, and having low self-esteem. And it wasn't until I got to my mid-20s, I went from survival mode to being angry and bitter. And in order to comfort myself, it was either alcohol or I take a sedative to sleep. Because the one thing that was my gift growing up as a child was sleeping. When I got to be my mid-20s, that left me. I could no longer sleep on my own. I needed help because I was repressing so much pain. And it showed up and manifested itself in so many ways. There was an incident I won't go into that there was a bit of an intervention from spiritual and spiritual advisors and others who advised me to get some help. I did. And I tried to convince my therapist that I was fine. And I sat there, ate my fingernails clean till they were bleeding, trying to explain to her that I'm fine. This is session after session. She patiently worked with me until I was able to open up, release the pent-up frustration, the hurt, and start the transformational healing and learn the power of forgiveness. And then the vision of myself started to change. I started to see myself for who I was. Whereas I was avoiding who I was and putting on a mask, an angry one at that, but I was putting on a mask because that was one of my coping mechanisms. But I wasn't living authentically. I wasn't happy. And I didn't have vision. It was very limited. What I could do and what I thought I should do. I was always in survival mode. But now I was able to learn how to love me, truly love me, quirks and all the goofiness and everything that came with it. It was eye-opening. And I realized something. I had built up so many walls. It reminds me of what Ronald Reagan said to Michael Gorbachev in 1987. He said, "Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall." Well, that was me in 1999. I was tearing down walls that I didn't even know I had up. And then I got to see myself in ways I never thought I would be able to see myself or do. Things I never thought I'd be able to do, like standing here in front of you. Vision of oneself is so important. And like that eagle, I learned I had wings. And I too be able to fly. And not only fly, but I could soar. But you may say, you know what, Adrian, you had gone over some mountain-like obstacles anyway, so look, what's the problem? But I wasn't going to be able to aspire to my greatness if I was tethered to so much baggage that I couldn't get off the ground. So I had to let it go. Now, the beautiful thing about the eagle, as it climbs higher and higher, as it soars, its view expands. It can see great distances. So let's think about your view. Have you left behind the things that are holding you back? Are you letting them go? The things that are keeping you grounded? What's holding you back from living your best life? From being like that eagle? Think about the people that are surrounding you as well. What are they telling you? For me, I had to learn self-acceptance. I had to stop the negative self-talk. I had to let go of things and learn the power of forgiveness. And then my vision was able to expand, and I was able to see great things. You too can experience the same thing. Now, if you are finding issues with finding your confidence, finding your inner voice, maybe there's things that you have challenges with, the mountain-like obstacles. I have programs for confidence building so that women can live authentically and live their best life. I've been there. I know what it's like. And I know that you too can aspire to your greatness and aspire to a global vision. Thank you.
Are you a speaker looking to reach more people with your message? You have a global vision that you want to touch the world and make a global difference. If so, I have an amazing opportunity for you. It's called the Speaker Talent Search. Again, that's the speakertalentsearch.com. You'll find all the details, but here are the highlights. With one application process, you get clarity on your message. You get to fine-tune how you want to reach the world. Then you'll have everything ready in one place for the opportunities when they come. Second, we select you as a finalist. You get to come in and audition with a 7-minute audition, open up the door to hundreds of speaking opportunities. I hope you lean in. I hope you say yes. We would love to hear your message. Help you touch the world powerfully. Again, that's the speakertalentsearch.com. We look forward to hearing your powerful message.